Happy Monday. I haven't been live in a minute, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to be here for about 15 minutes. And, it's weird. Like, I still get super nervous. So, y'all be nice. I don't know. I get super nervous before I hit the live button every time. Even if I know what I want to talk about, I still get super nervous. So anyway, we'll be here for about 15 minutes. And I didn't necessarily have a topic figured out, but I am noticing that women are we're tired of running on E. And I'm super proud of us for that. And so we'll kind of talk about that. I didn't want to lose my place with it, so I listed out some questions. My husband N is here. He's going to ask me questions, and then I'll answer them, and that'll kind of be how we do the discussion or whatever for 15 minutes. If you have comments, if you want to chime in, please do, because participation does make this cooler and nicer. Haven't done live in a minute, but I get so much good feedback about it, even from people that I didn't even know were watching. And so I thought, who am I to not be visible in a way that helps people, even if I still get super nervous about it, and I do. And I'm telling you, I competed in bodybuilding. I've been on stage in front of thousands of people in a sparkly bikini, and this still makes me so nervous. But I would do those shows and I had steel in my veins. I was so cool. But this does make me nervous. I don't know, I guess maybe being live feels vulnerable. It's not like it's pre-recorded and I can edit it and make things look good. So I don't know. But anyway, yes, the girls are tired of running on E, and we're going to talk about it because I'm noticing it. I do work in coaching for women. That's something I still do. When I was competing in bodybuilding, I did personal training one-on-one with women. I did train some men and help them for shows, but primarily with women. And now I've taken that into an online format. So I'm working with women online. We can add things a la carte, if they want to meet in person for training or learn how to do something in the gym, I'm happy to do that too. But yeah, the girls are coming out and they're asking for help, and they're saying I'm tired of being tired. I'm drawing my line in the sand, and you look like someone I can ask for help. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. And we get started. And so I've had a uptick in women asking for help with coaching. And so I've been happy to do that, and I've been having a really good time with that. And then we're getting into the warmer months. And so I think women are we want to be outside, and you want to feel good when you're outside. And I get it. And I just think we're starting to notice more how much we give of ourselves, even when we feel like we don't have it. It's we're trying to pull everything we can to give it to other people. We're not filling our own cup. And I'm it just seems like women are drawing their line in the sand with that. And so fellas, if you're out there and you want to chime in, feel free, because the girls are tired. And, this may be something that y'all notice too. I'm going to see if I can pull this live up. I got my laptop here so I can see y'all's comments, because they're on my screen up there, but I can't. I cannot. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I can see your comments here. Hey, Makeba. How's Houston? She's in the big city. Makeba, I was thinking about you. There's a book by the girl that started Honey Pot, and I was wondering if you read it. And I was like, I'm going to buy it, but I'm going to ask Makeba if she read it first. I forgot the name of the book, but she started the Honey Pot. And I was like, I bet you Makeba read this book. Okay. Makeba says, what, can you put the title of that book? I'm going to go ahead and order it now. I knew it was good. I love all her interviews. And so, you haven't read it. Okay. Yeah. So that's the next book I think I'm going to read. Got Cynthia in the place to be. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate it. The girls are tired of running on empty. So let's talk about it. To help me, because I be nervous when I'm on these lives. So I got my husband here. He's going to ask me questions as a prompt so I can go into the conversation. Houston is amazing. I know it is. McCabe's in Houston. I don't want to be caught like a deer in the headlights. So I got my hubby here. He's going to help me by asking questions. Please do though, because I can see your comments here that you're leaving on Facebook Live. So chime in and give me your input. Okay. And you want to go with the first question? And this is about the girls being tired of being tired. Okay.
So, Brittany.
Yes, that sounds so formal. Go ahead.
What made you want to talk about women running on empty tonight?
Okay, I wanted to talk about women running on empty tonight because I'm getting this uptick in women coming to me about coaching. I did a vendor booth at a women's wellness event. I'm seeing women's wellness events pop up a lot more. I'm going to business networking events like for real estate, and women want to talk about wellness. They want to talk about prioritizing themselves. They want to talk about feeling good, being confident in their own skin. They want to talk about snapping it back and putting themselves at the top of their to-do list because they feel like they put themselves on the back burner and they've seen the consequence of that, and they're trying to like put themselves back on top. These are the conversations I'm having all the time, even when I'm in like a real estate environment. I was at like a mixer, or like a networking mixer, and people want to talk about feeling good. And so, yeah, let's talk about it. I'm happy to talk about it. And I also want to say to the women that are making steps toward improving themselves, and that's whatever that looks like. If you're going back to school, if you're picking up a new skill, if you're getting into exercise, if you're learning about health and wellness, if you're trying, like, I'm proud of you. I see you. I'm proud of you. And I love, love, love to see it, because nothing is sexier than the woman that's like, I invest in myself. And you can tell those women when you see them, like you can feel those women. And super proud of y'all, because y'all out here looking how y'all looking. And I'm loving it. And so, okay, next question.
That is a superpower.
Yeah, what, like aura?
Yeah.
Yes, aura is a superpower.
So when you say women are running on empty, what does that actually look like in real life?
Women running on empty means they're still functioning, but they're not full. Ayanna Van Zant said this, the Bible says this, it talks about being full until your cup runneth over. What she said was that what's in the cup is for me, what flows over is for y'all. But so many women are like digging into the cup to give to other people, digging into the cup to give to their job, digging into the cup to like make ends meet. And that's what running on E looks like. Like you are not on a overflowing tank. And that's really where you want to give from. You want to give out of like the spirit of abundance. Then it makes it easy. It's easy to do for people when my cup is full. It's easy to love on people when my cup is full of love. It's easy to give when, you know, like I've taken care of all my things. And so when your cup is full, it's so much easier. You give from a better place. And so I think running on E looks like you're still functioning, but it's not from the overflow. Like you digging in a piggy bank to give to other people. And I don't think that's commendable. I don't think there's rewards for that. I think you know, like a plane crashing, like you put your mask on first. No, really, that's why they tell you that, because what good are you to people if you're suffocating, if you're drowning, and if you're giving from an empty cup? Like, make sure you're good, put that mask on, and then you can tend to other people. Or whoever, like, you know, whatever. To projects, even to your career. You're better in your career when you're giving from a full cup and you're feeling fulfilled in your life. But when you're giving that last of yourself, that, you know what I mean, like you're not even giving to yourself, but you're putting 40 hours in on that job, 0 hours in on yourself, I think, you know, that's what, you know, running on E looks like. Like you're running, but dang, you know, yeah.
So do you think some women are functioning well on the outside, but still feeling depleted on the inside?
Yes, I think women are functioning well on the outside and feeling depleted on the inside. A lot of times what that looks like is a lot of effort being made to make it look like things are good. When I see that, it's like I always see through it. Because the person that's really full, the person that really feels good, they're not trying to prove it. Like they're not trying to convince you. But I find the person that knows they're depleted, but they feel vulnerable about that, like they're going to cover that up with like designer brands and, you know, I'm living the life on Instagram. Like, okay, sis. Like, I see through that 10 times out of 10. The most accomplished, the most fulfilled women I know, it's like they have nothing to prove. It's a knowing that you have. It's a confidence. That's another aura thing. Like I feel that when I'm around it, and when I'm around something other than, I feel that too. But yeah, yes, I think women are depleted and functioning well on the outside to people who can't see through it. I'm just not one of those people. So don't come to me with the fake stuff. Like, I can see through that. I'd much rather have an honest conversation and see, like, okay, but what do we need to do? Like, let's get this thing back on track. Because I see you, you know what I mean? Like, I see the front you're putting on, like, but let's make sure you're really good. I really want you to feel good. And that's what I tell women, even when they come to me about fitness coaching, because typically they have, like, some exterior goal. I want to lose weight, be tighter. But I'm like, inside, like, I want you to feel good. And then you're not so worried about that stuff. But anyway, yes. Let me see if I got any comments here. Cynthia says, this is true. Thank you, Cynthia. And if y'all have anything, like if Ian's asking a question and y'all have any input, feel free to drop it here. Maybe somebody else will see it and benefit from it. Because apparently a lot of people watch these. They don't comment, but they be watching. And thank you. Because I was just like in HEB and a girl was like, yeah, I love your lives. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't done it in like 2 months, but I didn't know you was watching. So if you're in here, feel free, like jump in the comments, go for it. And we'll see how we can share and help each other. Next question.
What are some signs that a woman may...
I'm feeling calmer now. I just noticed it. Anyway, I was super nervous because I get so nervous. It takes me forever to push the go live button. Every time it takes me forever to push go live. But we're here now. I'm breathing steady. I feel good. Okay, yes. Next question, honey.
Next question.
Yes.
What are some signs that a woman may be running on empty and not even realizing it?
Signs that a woman is running on empty that she doesn't even realize?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Signs you're running on empty. It may literally feel like that hamster in the wheel. Like every day is the same. If you find yourself doing a countdown to the weekend or a countdown to a trip, if you find that you need to escape your real life to rest, you're running on E. If you are taking on task to save face or whatever, or for work, and you know you're neglecting yourself for it, you're definitely running on E. But it may look like, yeah, you're a high achiever at work, but all you want to do is come home and drink some wine and watch TV. You're running on E. Those are some signs. Signs you might be running on E and you don't know it. I don't know. For me, I get really resentful. If I'm given from a cup of mine and it wasn't full first, I get resentful. And as soon as I feel that, I know that's what it is. It's like, okay, Brittany, you're giving from the wrong place. Because when you're giving from abundance and when you're giving from overflow, it feels good. It you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't affect what's in my cup. And so, yeah, maybe. Running on E. Yeah, maybe that's a little different. Ian asked about stress eating. Running, I don't know. I think that's more like an anxiety thing. That's more a way to cause your nervous system to feel safe if you're stressed. So if your nervous system is in fight or flight, or you're stressed or highly emotional, that oftentimes leads to overeating. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
McCava says she can tell when she's on E. McCava, what are some ways that you can tell when you're on E? Like, how do you know? I know if I start feeling bitter about doing things for a person, I'm running on E. Then my cup is not full. Because when it's full, that's easy. That is, you know what I mean? I don't think about it. So, McCava says I have to put myself on timeout. Me too. I will barricade myself in the house if the energy ain't right. Because what I don't want to do is go out and be putting out bad juju. So I'll be locking myself in the house. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about ways that you can tell you're running on E. And really important to know these for yourself so you can catch it early. Like, okay, I'm seeing signs that I'm running on E. And then you got to go recalibrate and make sure that you're filling your cup. Waiting for the weekend, feeling bitter. I have those same ones. I don't have the waiting for the weekend anymore though, because I be on go even on the weekend. I think that's a real estate thing, because real estate don't stop on the weekends. So, because that's when people are off of work. So real estate don't stop. So looking forward to I'll be taking trips from Tuesday to Friday. Like, I take weekday trips now. I don't really. But yeah, noticing those signs, counting down to the weekend and feeling bitter. Certainly signs of being on E. Next question, darling.
Why do you think women often ignore those signs for so long?
Why do women ignore those signs? Probably because we've been conditioned to. My grandma used to say this. She used to say women are to be seen, not heard. And I can think of other instances in my life that probably implanted in my subconscious not to necessarily speak on that. Like, it's almost like this unwritten rule. You're not going to speak up and complain. You're not, what are you going to tell your boss, you working too hard? Like, but then why not? You know, and so I think a lot of that has to do with conditioning, this idea of being seen but not being heard and not using our voice to speak up and advocate for ourselves. But that's changing because women are tired of that. I'm telling you, this is just what I notice in my day-to-day conversations. I'm like, oh, the girls are waking up. They're not feeling that no more and stuff. Yeah. Makava says, this is a good one. Cynthia, and then I'm coming to Makava's comment, told we are strong. That bull crap. That one. I hate this line. Like if I'm crying and someone says, oh, you too strong to be worried about that. You too like, no. You know what I mean? Strength sometimes looks like being aware of when it's too much. I think that takes strength. I think that takes courage, and then to speak up and advocate for yourself. But to let people ride your back, I don't think that's a show of strength anymore. I really don't. I think that's a form of self-abandonment. And so, yeah, Cynthia, I agree with you. That being told we're strong. Yeah, we're strong, and we have feelings, and we require safety. We're strong, and we require recovery, some quiet time, some pampering, some affection, some time alone, some softness. Yeah, we're strong, and it's not like we're strong, period, and that's it. And then that's the only way that we are. We're all the things. We're emotional, right? Oh, Ian's like. Makava says, because we don't want to be judged and to look like something we feel people think we should look like and be like. I don't want to be judged. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Because they're trying to project what their image, what they think you should look like without.
But maybe it's not them. Like, I think sometimes we assume a role, like, because we don't want to be judged. And then I wonder, what's our fear with that? Like, what's the fear there? I remember I went through this in counseling. I had a white female counselor. What were we talking about? We were talking through some issues, and what it boiled down to for me was I did not ever want to be called the angry black woman. And let me tell you how she rocked my world. She was like, are you a black woman? I said, yeah. She said, are you angry? I said, yeah. And she said, so what? You're an angry black woman. Like, why were you so afraid of that? And that changed. Let me tell you something. I was on a mission then. I was like, I'm going to do something to make somebody call me an angry, because I tiptoed around that for so long. And that is self-abandonment. Yes, I'm a black woman. And yes, I get angry. So other people get angry too. And they're not afraid to do it, because I've seen some shit. Excuse my French. I've seen some stuff from other people in the army, in bodybuilding, like pro sports backstage. So yeah, I tiptoed around. I did not want to be judged. I did not want to be the angry black woman. But now, and yes, I'm allowed to be that. I'm okay with that. And so we got to drop that one.
The more you repel something, the more it draws to you.
Yes. I am not afraid of being called the angry black woman anymore. I'm just not. This is a trip. I'm going to mess you up with this one. So after I had this conversation with her, I told her, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something to get called the angry black woman. It never happened. And I did some stuff. Because I was like, I'm going to speak up. And you just going to think I'm an angry black woman. But actually, it never happened.
Because you let go of the repel and you started
Yeah, I wasn't afraid of it anymore. And so it didn't present in my life. Because once I didn't have the fear of it, it was like, oh, okay, well, it couldn't get a rise out of me because I wasn't tiptoeing around it anymore.
Stop.
Yes, McKebby, use your words. Yes.
Stop with the friction.
How many more questions we got?
6.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's go. How long have we been on here?
It's almost 30 minutes now.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought you were
No, it has not been no 30 minutes.
It's about to come up on 30.
I didn't set my timer. I don't know. I don't know how long this has been.
8:24. We started at 8.
Oh, okay. Anyway, next question.
What would you say to the woman who feels tired, scattered, overwhelmed, or not quite like herself?
Yeah, so for the woman who feels, tired, scattered, not quite like herself,
Mm-hmm.
here's something, you can take this from me, it's up to you, but I do resets all the time. It is okay. Like every morning that you wake up, you open your eyes, like that's a fresh start. And there's nothing wrong with starting over every day. Just don't be afraid to start over when you need to. I do have what I call these executive meetings with myself on Sundays where I'm reviewing like the week before first. And I'm like, okay, what went really well last week? And where did I leak energy last week? Where did I abandon myself last week? Where did I not speak up? Where did I do the task that I knew I didn't want to do? I knew it wasn't making me no money. It was a low ROI task, but I was doing it to save face. I didn't want to hurt nobody's. Like, where was I leaking self-love last week? I'll do that. Then I say, well, how do I want this next week to go? Who's the woman I want to be going into this week? I do this on Sundays. Who's the woman that I want to be this coming week? And I do like, my journal is, it's good. Cause I'm doing like identity work. How does Brittany want to show up this week? Then I'm looking at my actual schedule. I see the things I have. I know what things, maybe have the potential to bring stress. I know what days of mine are going to be long, what days I can schedule a massage or whatever. And, so just recalibrate all the time. Get back, get quiet, and recalibrate. And it's okay, like write this stuff down. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't keep running yourself in the mud and you never stop and say, wait, I'm off track. Just recalibrate. If you have to do this every day, do it every day. I do a big one on Sundays. I do brain dumps on Sundays. But every day I see as a gift and I see it as an opportunity to get it right and to get a little bit better. I can't go back and fix things, but I can damn sure make sure going forward, like I'm making today a little bit better. Here's where I slipped up yesterday, but I'm ready today. Kind of like that. So recalibrating. If you're feeling off, recalibrate. If you need help, hire a coach. That's why athletes have coaches. Your top realtors have coaches. Business people, entrepreneurs, they have coaches because that's somebody to kind of force that recalibration and sit and work through that with them. And so if you need help with that, you know somebody. Okay, I do this. And so, yeah, recalibrate.
Accountability is important. But yeah, next question. Where should she start if she knows she needs to pour back into herself but doesn't want to overhaul her new life, her whole life? Where
does she start to like recalibrate? You start with a vision like of yourself. So say like I'm not trying to get too woo-woo. Everything you have, everything that is in your experience right now is a result of your mindset and your actions up until this point. That's a fact. You can change that. You can pivot that at any point. The greatest thing you can do for yourself that changes everything about your physiology is control your breathing, is to stop. Yeah, Ian's doing it now. Like stop and breathe. That is a gift to yourself. That's you loving on yourself. It actually slows, like it lowers your heart rate. So you're vibrating, like we won't go into vibration and frequency and stuff, but it causes you to put out a better vibration and it's more coherent. If you can sit in like box breathe, get your breathing under control, take deep breaths, expand your chest and fill your belly with air, blow it out and empty it, push your belly button to your back. That's numero uno. Always go back to your breath. I had a mantra one year. I said, if I can breathe, I can do anything. Because if I can get back to my breath, like nothing can stop me. So if you're in the middle of stress, if you're in the middle of a fight, if you can control your breathing, you're winning. And so anyway, Breathe. Focus on your breathing. They actually have like breathing classes you can take. If you're not into yoga and all the stretching and the posing, they have breath work. It's called breath work. You can take breath work classes and learn that practice and watch it recalibrate your body. It's going to like lower your BPM for your heart. It's going to steady out that frequency. And then people talk about vibes. You will actually put out a better vibe just by breathing better. And that's simple. It's free and 100% under your control. Breath work. Breathe.
Meditation.
Breathe, sis. Like, breathe. You know, when that manager is getting on your nerves, just. It's such a gift to give yourself to breathe. Okay, next question.
What are a few simple refills a woman can choose tonight?
Ooh, I need y'all help with this. A few simple refills that a woman can choose tonight, like right now tonight.
Yeah.
A bubble bath.
Meditation.
Yeah, some meditation, but even if you don't have a good meditative practice, just sitting still without input and distraction. So one of the powerful tools that you use in meditation is to reduce your sensory input. So you normally meditate with your eyes closed, maybe in a dark space. McKay was saying stretching. Everything's slower, I think is what she meant. And that's a big one. Like take the bubble bath tonight. Do a brain dump tonight.
Maybe unplug and take it off.
Yeah, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
TV, phone.
Stop with the TV watching. Turn the TV off for the rest of the night.
Tablet.
So I guess I can talk through brain dumping.
Yeah.
So I do this thing, especially when I'm feeling anxious, Tai Chi, yes. I do this thing called a brain dump if I'm feeling anxious and I know it's about to affect my sleep. And I set a timer. You can pick a time. For me, I chose 15 minutes, but I never use the full 15 minutes. So I set a timer for 15 minutes. I sit down with a notebook. I'll show you an actual one. This is what a brain dump looks like for me on paper. I set a timer, and for 15 minutes, anything that crosses my mind, I write it down. I don't care what it is. I write it down. And what happens for me, it's after about 6 minutes, my brain just goes quiet. Getting the stuff out of your head, all that nonstop noise in your head, getting it out of there and onto paper will help to steady you. I promise. I'm going to tell you the next step. You may have a list of 7, 10. There's only a couple rules. Don't repeat anything on the paper. Once you write it, you wrote it. You don't it could be I'll give you some of mine. For example, I wrote 5K Saturday. It was just something that popped up in my head. I had a 5K coming up last Saturday. I wrote that down. I wrote digital assets. That's something that was on my mind. The Washington, D.C. trip, that was on my mind. I just wrote it. I didn't do anything with it. I just wrote all the things. And I had a list of about 20. It took me about 7 minutes. Then my brain just kind of went quiet. And then I was like, I don't have anything else to write because you can't write anything twice. So once you get all of the chatter out of your head and onto paper, you're already winning. Then once you have that list, you're going to circle 3 things. These are like the pressing priorities. These are things, typically they're dealing with finances. The DC trip was one for me because I had the flights, but I didn't really have the trip planned out all the way or whatever. Mm-hmm. With the 3 things that you circle, you're either going to, if there's something you can do about it tonight, there probably won't be. Acknowledge that and take your butt to sleep and plan out the action that you're going to take. Once you have a plan, like I wrote DC trip and then I put track, I needed to plan the time from here to the airport and all that stuff, but I wasn't going to do it that night. But once I had it on my calendar to do those things, I slept like a baby. So anyway, that's my brain dump. I set my timer for 15 minutes. It normally takes me about 7. That helps. That's something you can do tonight, especially if you're feeling anxious. A lot of times anxiety comes from having things in your head that you need to do, but you're not taking action. A lot of times you're not taking action because you don't know where to take the action first. But if you list all the things out and then pick your top 3, you know what things you need to take action on, and then you do it, and then you feel better, and then you feel free, and you feel light, and you feel accomplished. That builds confidence, and you can sleep better. Okay.
And momentum.
How many more questions?
2.
Okay. 2 more questions, y'all.
How does this connect to wellness, fitness, and taking care of your body, of the body?
Okay, your body. This is your vehicle while you're on this earth trip. It's so easy to be creative when you feel good. It's hard to be creative when you don't feel good in your body. If you feel like $1 million, it's so much easier to make $1 million. If you don't and you feel like crap, it's hard. All the things you want to do, all the things that you dream of, all the things you want to do with your kids and your grandkids and your spouse, all the trips you want to take, you do need your physical body to get you there. And so you want to travel well. You want to travel in pristine shape. You want to feel good. You want to have energy. You don't want to be constipated. You don't want, you want your skin to be good and healthy and supple. And what else? You don't want your joints to hurt. You want to be flexible. What else? You want to be strong. Like, ain't nothing cute about not being strong. Like, don't be weak. Okay? So your body is this vehicle that's going to carry you through all the things that you say you want, all the dreams that you have. You need your body to take you there. And so take care of it. And it will take you where you need it to take you. But don't let it be a prison for you. And so how do we do that? You exercise the body. You hydrate it well. You nourish it well. You rest it well. You're mindful of the things that you absorb in your skin. You're mindful of the things that you watch, the things that you inhale, all these crazy candles and all this crazy stuff, scentsy sprays and stuff like that. Stuff is toxic. You're mindful of the things that you watch and the company that you keep and the environments where you find yourself, because you need your body in tip-top shape to accomplish, the things that you want to accomplish. And so they tie in perfectly. Great question. Last question?
Yep.
Last question.
What do you want women to take away from this conversation tonight?
What do I want women to take away from this conversation tonight? Love yourself. Like, for real, love yourself. Anything that you want or you can think of that you want somebody to do for you, bring to your life, give it to yourself and watch how it just shows up for you. I want women to know that this is woo-woo, but actually nothing exists outside of you. And if that doesn't make sense to you, disregard it. If it makes sense to you, act like you know. There's actually nothing outside of you. So whatever's going on inside, that's, this experience is your mirror. Let me see. Rest, you don't need permission for that. Rest isn't something that you earn. That's a birthright. Okay. God rested on the 7th day. After all the wonderful things that he created, he rested. Rest is not something you have to earn. It's a part of the process. So do that. Rest and restore yourself, whatever that looks like. And that's not just sleep. Sometimes rest is turning the TV off. I'm going to keep going back to that. Turn the TV off. Sometimes rest is, booking the massage, listening to the music, having tea on the back porch, going for a walk, listening to a podcast. Like, rest yourself. You don't have to earn that, and you don't have to feel like guilty. And I used to deal with this, guilty for resting. I'm better when I'm well rested. I make better decisions. I'm clear. I'm in a better mood. So I rest kind of as a way to serve people better, like especially in real estate. I'm well rested. I can negotiate a contract, and I can take care of people. I can take better care of people when I take better care of myself, and so that's part of the process.
You're in a better state of mind. And tell
For
me,
sure.
September we'll be in Houston for St. Copa.
Oh yeah, McCabe. Thank you, Ian. We're gonna be in Houston in September. Mm-hmm. Marcus says, great information, keep teaching. M3, the mayor. M3, the mayor. Yes. Well, that's all the questions I had. So, yeah, the girls are tired of being tired. We're drawing a line in the sand. I'm super proud of women. And this was cool. I was doing my lives on Sunday. I don't think I'm going to do them on Sundays anymore because my coaching has picked up. I typically do those calls on Sunday. And I like to look like a hippie on Sundays, and that ain't none of y'all's business. Really. Like Sunday, when we talk about rest and recovery, like I go hard on a Sunday with that. And it was weird. I want to present myself well, but it's like on Sundays I don't wear makeup. I don't want to, I look like a hippie on Sunday.
You didn't tell that.
I didn't have to, but I'm saying that's why I probably won't be doing the lives on Sunday anymore, because that, I was abandoning myself. I was giving up my rest day to do this when I can do it on a, like a Monday or Tuesday when I'm already out and about and stuff. And so,
True story.
all right. I don't know how long we've been on here. It was supposed to be 15 minutes. I don't have a timer.
Way over that.
It's been over that
40
time.
minutes.
I'll be back next week. Is there something going on? Oh, I can't. I was going to pull up my calendar on my phone, but I can't because I'm recording from my phone. Yes, self-care Sundays. But I was doing lives on Sundays, and I was struggling with that because I was like, man, I don't even like having human contact that much. You know what I mean? And I was giving that up. And so, yeah, this feels a lot more natural. So thanks for rocking with me, y'all. I got to go. I'll be up early in the morning, and I'll be back next week. Bye. I love y'all. Love yourself. Don't. Ian about to jump on the camera. Honey, don't.
It says finish.
I don't know. It's on this side.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bye, y'all.